Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Red EDC. Well, we've got kind of an interesting little dual LED flashlight to talk about today. This is the Lexall Owl Style EDC flashlight. There you go, EDC light. As you can see, you've got your on and off button right there. You've got your USB-C charging cable right there. It does come with a cable, so that's good. And you've actually got a little meter here to tell you your battery percentage. That's kind of a cool little feature. Now, you pretty much got plastic construction. Do have a magnet, so it's got a magnetic base on it, so you can put that sucker on hood of a car, wherever you got metal, stick it to it, and go to town. You do have a pocket clip. Now, they kind of call it a hat style clip, and I gotta take it off camera, but see there, you can kind of clip it to the brim of your hat, and it does work out pretty good. You know, I mean, you could do it this way too if you can't do it behind camera, my bad, but you could clip it like so maybe that might be a little bit easier access, you know, looking out in front of you. But why do they call this the owl style? Well, the owl style because it's got a 1 in 180 degree rotating head. Kind of a cool little feature. Now, I will say that one of my best performing videos is of another flashlight with a rotating head like this, and I'm actually going to revisit that flashlight here pretty soon, but very interesting. Now, the one thing I did want to point out with this little guy is I pointed out your plug or whatever for your USB-C charging. Not the best fitting in the world. As you can see, it's kind of humped up. All right, I finally got it pushed down in there, but I was bumping it rather frequently. You gotta get it down in there really well, or else it's going to bump out fairly easy. I think I finally got it in there good enough. And let's see. That's good. I mean, before I would barely touch this and it would come open. So I think I got it in there. So just when you're done charging and you're getting in this, make sure this piece is in there securely. We'll just put it like that. So like I said, you've got a dual LED. You've got 6 modes on this light, which I'll show you here in a little bit. But first, let's just do kind of a quick little spec check on it. What is it? Overall, it's about 2 and... Let's do it like this, so it's not sitting on the clip. 2 3/4. 2 3/4 long. It's about not quite 1 3/4 wide, and let's see get a weight on it. Non-removable, non-replaceable battery. Got to point that out. I know that's a hot topic for some of you. And then I push the 0 button. What a dummy. There we go. All right. So 81 grams or 2.9 ounces. So that's pretty much kind of your quick specs. Now, the manual did not have a lot of information on this. It's not even really a manual. It's more just like a leaflet, if you will. And looking it up and doing your max power is going to be 1,300 lumens. After that, I'm not sure. I just got to be honest with you. A max output is 13 lumens. So let's go back. Let's go to the operability of this guy. It's actually a pretty easy user interface. It's just a push button. Push it once, and you get your dual LED high, which is going to be your 1,300 lumens. As you can see, 77%. Click it again, and you get dual LED low. Click it again. Single LED high. Single LED low. Ooh, red light. And in case of emergency or something like that, signal, you got reds and blues. And then click it, and you're off. Pretty easy, straightforward operation. But now you can go in the owl style or owl mode, if you will. And now the one thing I've been noticing in operating this is your button is off to one side. So when you go to press it on, your head rotates. So you've kind of got to hold it. What I've been doing is holding it like so and then pushing the button. Because if you don't hold it, if you've just got it like down like so, it's gonna, there, you see what I mean? So it's a little quirky in that aspect. You just have to make sure you're holding the head of the light. Or you just use it in what I call flat mode. You got flat mode and you've got owl mode. That's just kind of, that's me. That's not them. That's just what I've been calling it. But it is an interesting little light. And I mean, you know, it's a bargain bin light. You're talking just over $17 on Amazon, but they also have a 20% off coupon. So, and like I said, what intrigued me about this light was the rotating head, because as I mentioned before, one of my best performing videos is from a rotated head flashlight. So just wanted to see if it had to do with the rotating head, or maybe it's the light alone, or I don't know. But what I do know is we're going to head outside and we're just going to kind of see the power and the production this light has. We'll be right back. All right, guys, here we are. We're outside now. We're kind of doing this in reverse because, well, just the way the light, it goes from high to low. So we're going to start out on high. So this is what is advertised as 13 lumens. Now, as you can see, there's not a real specific beam. We've just kind of got a lot of flood. No real central beam on it, I guess. A little bit. And for 1300 lumens, we're kind of spread out. So it's kind of what we're getting at the moment. There you go. So now we're going to kick it down. Kind of going to go down from there. That's the dual low. That is single high. And there you go. I'm not sure what our lumen level is because I really couldn't find, you can't see the corner down there. So, and it's really spread out, so you're not getting a really good picture. I have to come up here pretty close for you to get a decent picture. That is single low, and as you can see, we lose it pretty close to the house. Now, of course, you've got red, and that's not going to propagate very much at all. And then, of course, we got the red and blues, kind of a signal light, and you can see I've kind of got it in that owl mode. But there you go, there's your, it's not really making out the LED light at all. I mean, it's 77% is what we're showing. So anyway, that's kind of what this little Lexall owl style flashlight. There we go. Now we got some light. I would really call this more of a close-up light. It's not overly good for distance, even though it is putting out 1300 lumens. You know, they kind of call it a hat style light, so that's pretty much what it's going to be. So, but there you go. It's kind of a picture of what you're looking at. Let's get back upstairs. All right, guys, back upstairs. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at as far as beam patterns, flood, beam, all that good stuff. I really don't consider this a long distance flashlight. 1300 lumens is a decent amount of power. It just doesn't really have a focused beam to reach out to, you know, great distances. Yeah, we could see the corner of the yard and everything, but it was just too spread out, in my opinion, for long distances. Works great up close. You got plenty of light up close. I mean, 1300 lumens, and even kicking it down, Now, the red light, red does not propagate very far, so low light, when you don't want to be detected, sure, that'll work. And then the red and blues, again, the red and blues don't propagate very far. So, and it's not an overly large light. I mean, yeah, you could try to use that in emergency situations, but there's probably products out there. I know there's products out there that in emergency situations put out a lot more light for signaling and that type of thing. So you'd probably be better off just to use in high and wave it around. And you probably get more attention that way to use dual LED high. But let me know down in the comments what you think, guys. It's an interesting little light. I really appreciate Lexall sending it out for me to check out. Like I said, there was some definite curiosity in there, and I'm always looking stuff to go in the bargain bin. You know, this might be a good kid's first light. You know, at less than 20 bucks, not bad, plenty of power, and yeah, maybe it would be good for that type of application, or if you have an application that you think it might be useful for, there you go. So, really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so very much. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.